2 weeks ago, he was with us, and he did such a phenomenal job. Yeah, he talked about convention. That's what he talked about, convention. He's from Boston, Massachusetts area. He's been in ACM 30 years. He's a life and purpose coach. Soon to be an author. And man, that's going to be a great accomplishment to your title. Soon to be an author. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the second time this month, the one and only Mr. Ron Hurd.
Hey, how you guys doing this afternoon? We're so excited about what's going on. Hold a second here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. How you doing, Mr. Al Thomas there? We're excited about what's going on. Lives are being changed every single solitary day. So you guys know. I always say that every time I talk. I always say lives are being changed every single solitary day. That's my dialogue and how I speak. But I want to tell you once again, thank you, Mr. Thomas, for obviously allowing me to actually be part of this phenomenal training. So you guys know, thank you for actually allowing me to actually be here today. All right, and I want to tell you guys right now that those that have the opportunity to work with Mr. Al Thomas, you know, we can go through titles and things of that nature. Him being a senior vice president, one of the top money owners in his company. The most important thing, guys, is that you know when you're around greatness and you're around people that can help you be successful in the company, you need to hold on to their coattail, be very open to their leadership. And sometimes as a leader, you know, your leader will say things to you that you may not understand or you may not even agree with it. So you guys know, don't get caught up in all that. Just understanding that Mr. Thomas have your best interest at heart and he wants you to be extremely successful in this phenomenal opportunity. So you guys know. So Mr. Thomas, I want to thank you for allowing me to be on the call. So you guys know I'm excited about what's going on. Truly thank you for your leadership, your friendship, your commitment to everything you continue on doing. And I always say the best leader is someone that when things are going well, anybody can be excited, jumping up and down, doing backflips. But it's when things are not going well. To me, that actually defines a leader. When things is not going the way you want things to go, can you still stand in the gap and be excited and pumped up and motivated? So you guys know. And it's important that you guys understand that. So I'm going to get right into my training today. I talked to you guys about that. Before I do, so you guys know, I do want to throw up a couple of pictures here with you guys so you guys know. I just left right now so you guys know we are actually on a Hurd of Us tour. All right. We had one at an event 2 Saturdays ago in Michigan. I was in Boston, Massachusetts, so you guys know. All right, let me go back here and just kind of flip through this real quickly. I was in Boston, Massachusetts this past weekend, all right, for the tour, and I will actually be in Texas, all right, coming up on this weekend, so you guys know. So we're underneath a tour, and it's going extremely well, so you guys know, and we are so excited about everything that's going on, everything's taking place in our company. Just want to flip through a few pictures here, just to let you guys know. But I want to tell you guys, these 2 individuals right here that you guys are seeing on the screen is 2 of my childhood friends, sandbox friends. So you guys know, we go back, you know, a very long time. So you guys know, it was good seeing them. I loved on them. I hugged on them. You know, we went out to eat and all that good stuff. But I want to tell you guys, I had a chance to just talk to them. And, you know, they're so excited about starting and joining the team. So you guys know, all right, they're so excited about coming with us to Dallas, Texas. And I just sat with them on this past Saturday. So you guys know, so they was my special guest that came out. All right. And I've been talking to them about this company, guys, for 30 years. Can you imagine? These are 2 30-year follow-ups. So you guys know. All right. And so, you know, obviously we always take pictures of, you know, people coming in, signing into the signing table because we want to make sure that, you know, we're taking advantage of everything. So you guys know and all that good stuff. And it was just so many different things taking place. These are one of our top producing regional coordinators. He's probably online, Bishop Dallas, and, you know, great things that happen. So you guys know. And, you know, we just had a phenomenal event, man. It kind of turned out to be something big and special. So you guys know, I'm just flipping through the pictures for you guys. So you guys know, it really did. You know, these are some of our leaders, all right, in the Boston, Massachusetts marketplace. These people lead by example. I have people that's been involved in the company now for a very long time, all right, and it's exciting. So you guys know. So we had a great event. All right, so you guys know some of these people have been involved in the company that you can see in their certificate. Some of these people have been involved in the company now for over 2 decades. The lady in the red skirt, that's Miss Cassandra Russell. She overrides thousands on top of thousands of customers. She's a regional coordinator. So you guys know she has 4 regional directors underneath her. All right, she's a regional coordinator. So you guys know. All right, she's a 40% earner based on her personal points and her team points. So you guys know. and she's doing extremely well in the company. And she's one of those people where you say, hey, I'm not even at a certain level in the company as far as position wise, but her residual income is off the chart. So you guys know. So it's phenomenal. So you guys know that just to be in business with people, as you guys can see, we always taking pictures. We always taking pictures, guys. It was a phenomenal event. So you guys know, and this is people coming, people leaving, but the event happened to be actually standing room only. So you guys know, end up being, this is Miss Swanee Bray. She's on the line right now. You guys heard her put up her numbers. She just recruited a new business partner. She started a new line. She's a senior on our team. She's been with me now for 21 years. One of our top producing regional directors. She's the #1 regional director in Boston, Massachusetts. She just started a new line a week ago. So you guys know, tens of thousands of customers in her group. All right, just phenomenal things, man. It's exciting. So you guys know, right? So these are some, all three of these young lions. I call them Thundercats. They all come with us to Dallas. As a matter of fact, two of them one of them just got involved in business. Two is going to be getting started today. So you guys know, and it's exciting, man. These are some young Thundercats. They come with us to Dallas. They jacked about their mind. As a matter of fact, when the system update, the gentleman in the back right here, with his finger up right there, he would be an executive, and he just got started on yesterday. So you guys know. So great things are happening. All right. Some more great people. All right. This is Mr. Kennard right there. You're a young guy. He's another young Thundercat. He's going to be getting started with us as well. We're just excited, man. Excited about what's going on and what's taking place. So you guys know it's phenomenal. All right. And I want to say this to you guys right now because, I believe in, what you pour into people will come back. So sometimes you can pour it in on street A, but it'll come back to you. This is all a part of what I'm talking about today, which is recruiting and building a team. Do you guys know this gentleman's name is Junior. His real name is he's Kristen Monterio. And I met him when he was only 13 years old. He was in my program at the YMCA. He's now a Boston police officer. I see him at the a little restaurant that we went down the street. I took some of my friends down there, down the street, the little restaurant. I got my mask on. So as I'm standing at the door, he comes in, he just looks at me, puts his hand up. He says, he said, dude, I know who you are through your mask, and I ain't saw you yet. He said, Ron Hurd. So I took my mask off, we hugged, we had a great conversation. And he said to me, he said, I want to tell you, man. He said, listen, he said, a lot of our friends didn't make it. A lot of our friends today is in jail, but because you never kicked me out the Y. And he said, the people that I was with, you never kicked us out. You always made sure that you took care, no matter how bad we was. He said, I don't know how you was dealing with all those kids, but you took care of us. And he said, listen real closely. He said, all the guys that we rode with, every single last one of them is in law enforcement, whether it be a police officer or a correction officer. And one of the guys, because they all play basketball and they all went to D1 school. And one of the guys ended up going to the NBA. So his name is Will Blaylock. He played for Detroit Pistons, a couple other teams. He bounced around, but now he's in law enforcement as well. And so I heard that they all married, they all got kids. And he was like, it's all because of you. And I said, well, listen, I'm excited for you, man. I do want to talk to you about a few things. And we started talking. He said, whatever you're doing, I want to know about it. It's just phenomenal. When I heard him talking, man, I got emotional in there because these are my kids. This kid was a teenager. You follow me? Whatever. He was like, man, how old are you? You still look the same. I said, well, God is good. But I want to tell you guys, just to see him, to hear him saying that, he said, we just talked about you last week, man, where, it was times where that, there was things going on the outside of that YMCA and you wouldn't kick us out the building. And, we was going home. We had to go through those neighborhoods and we didn't know if we can even make it back home or not, and we thank you for that, man. So when he was talking about that, that just did something to me. So you guys know. All right. There's a picture of my sister and cousin or whatever. And I celebrated my mom as well this past weekend in Boston. Her birthday was last weekend. So you guys know we did another one this past weekend because I wanted to come to town and I called the celebration too. So you guys know. So she knows she's excited. She get all kind of gifts. All right. So you guys know. And this is an event that was in Michigan this past weekend. So you guys know these guys are doing a phenomenal job. So you guys know, just excited about all these leaders and everybody you see is coming to the convention. So you guys know the young lady right here, the third young lady over right here next to the lady in the red, she became a regional coordinator in 85 days. She'll be walking the stage, all right, in Dallas, Texas, also going to the leadership on Friday, as well as actually going to the leadership reception on Friday evening, which is going to be phenomenal. All right, it's exciting, so you guys know. But it got so big in the room on Saturday in Boston, we had to put chairs on the outside because it became standing room only, ladies and gentlemen. It was really phenomenal, and we're definitely excited about it. But I want to share that with you guys for a reason. And I couldn't wait for this call today. I want to share this with you guys about a 30-year follow-up. That was a 30-year follow-up. They came to my first meeting in 1995 at my home. And because of social media, ladies and gentlemen, I just been keeping them in the loop, keeping them in the loop, keeping them in the loop. And they literally was reaching out to me like, man, this thing look like it's going well. What's going on? So you guys know. So I want to tell you guys right now, never stop. Never stop talking to people. Never stop following up. Never stop doing what you need to do to make money. So you guys know in this company, all right. It's important that you guys understand that, all right. And I've had people in the business, ladies and gentlemen, what I've actually done 15-year follow-ups, 20-year follow-ups. You know, one of my greatest leaders on the team today, her name is Apostle Connie Foster here in the Michigan marketplace. And I called her back after 18 years of follow-up. She got back involved with ACN. She was involved with ACN with me in the early days, so you guys didn't know. And she really didn't really, she had so much going on. She really didn't really know what she had her hands on. It really wasn't important for her. When I called her back after 18 years, so you guys didn't know, she gets back involved with the company, become an executive in 4 days. So you guys know she's now approaching regional vice president, thousands of customers in our organization. And that's the power of follow-ups, ladies and gentlemen. Follow-ups, follow-ups. So we're talking about enrolling new IBOs. And so guys, I told you guys that story because in business, you got to become a great storyteller. Mr. Thomas can tell you he's a great storyteller. So not only you got to learn how to recruit people, but you also got to know that you got to learn how to actually become a great storyteller. It is important that you become a great storyteller and not telling lies. I'm saying telling a story, telling great stories. It's important that you know that, because if you tell great stories, what ends up happening, ladies and gentlemen, people want to be a part of it because you're making this story, you're telling this story, and the story is authentic, it's real. I always tell people I can't make this up, it's what it is. So you want to enroll new IBOs. Your mindset about the close, understanding, so you guys know, let me make sure I make this a little bit, I don't know why I just sound like it can't go bigger. Let me just see if I can do this for you guys. Sorry about that, guys. It's not working. All right, okay, hold on a second. Okay, let me blow up a little bit bigger. Okay, there you go. Maybe you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay, so let's talk about this, understanding people. So it's your mindset about the close. Most people don't know what they want. So when you approach someone and say, are you open to make some extra income? All right. Or someone joins your team through someone on your team. When people are brand new, they don't know what they want. And because they're coming, remember guys, the average person that joins the business, you're not gonna, Al Thomas is not gonna join your business every single solitary day. He's not a part of the regular folks. So you guys know he's a part of the 2% or 3%. You're not going to recruit someone like that every single day. But the average person going to join your team is regular people. So when people join your team, they're coming to the table with all different things going on with them. And most people don't know what they want. So when you start telling stories about, retiring early, that's why it's important that you get involved, take this thing serious so you guys know. And it's important that you actually have success so you can actually, when you're talking to people, see, as you're building your team, see, the people that's been around the team with you, that's been around for, let's say, with me for years, all right, they know I'm having success. They've been around me a long time. However, it's the new people that join the business. You telling your story on how you took a residual income and now you can pay your mortgage or your rent with the utility, with the residual income. You can now travel when you want. You can now take care of your kids. You actually put your kids and your grandkids in a financial program. So you guys know. And so they're starting off with 40,000 or 50,000 or 10,000, whatever that may be. Most people don't know what they want. So you got to give them directions on what they want. Most people show up with suppressed dreams because people take their dreams after life beats you up a little bit. People take their dreams and they put them on the shelf. Their dreams and goals are now on the shelf. They got cobwebs around them. And now you're asking them to write down their reason why. And when they write down their reason why, ladies and gentlemen, they're taking their dreams and goals, they're taking them off the shelf so you guys know. And what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen, they're actually taking their dreams and goals off the shelf. And what they're doing, they're now dusting them off. And it can be scary because these dreams has been pressed down, suppressed. And some people say, well, it is what it is. I don't like that statement, but some people say that and they make final, this is how I'm going to live. This is what's going to be for the rest of my life. So a lot of times people have forgotten about their dreams and goals. I remember when I was a kid, and I know you know this as well, Mr. Thomas, I would sit on the stoop of my neighborhood and cars would drive by and I would go, that's my car. That's my car. That's my house. I mean, when you're a kid, you're dreaming. And as you get older, because of life beats people up, people stop dreaming. Most people bring old baggage. You know, when people show, I always tell the leadership, I said, when people join your team, stop looking for the perfect IBO. Now, I can say some things out my mouth. So let me give you a prime example. I don't just deal with just anybody. So you guys know. So when I'm recruiting people and I'm dealing with people, I'm finding out a little bit about them because I just don't want to waste my time. Now I can say that, Mr. Thomas can say that because of Mr. Thomas has been involved in the industry almost 4 decades. That's almost 40 years. So he knows exactly what he's looking for. He knows exactly where he's going. But as you're building your business, you gotta go through every level in the business. You gotta go through the ups, the downs, the no's, the yeses. You gotta go through it. As a leader, you have to go through it. Most people bring baggage to the table. They bring financial baggage. They bring trust issues. They bring baby or daddy mama drama to the table. They lost their home and they lost this and they lost that. They bring so much to the table. They bring baggage. So when people walk in the door, most people walk into the organization and they're coming in as one. They look like they're one person, but most people are heavy. They got a lot going on and a lot of stuff they bring to the table. So you guys know. So understand that new people are very fragile because they're bringing baggage. So you guys know. And most baggage weighs you down because they don't know how to actually decipher through that baggage yet. But your responsibility is to help them. Most people are skeptical. Most people saying, you know what? Well, I don't know. You know, I heard about someone like this. I saw something like this online, or someone was telling me about something else. And you got to be okay. You got to say, you know what? This is what I say when I'm doing a presentation. When I open up my presentation, let's say I'm doing a live presentation or I'm doing a Zoom. This is what I say. Listen, I'm not really concerned about who's skeptic. As a matter of fact, most people are skeptic anyway. I just go and get it out the way. And it doesn't matter because when I get through talking, I don't care how skeptic you are, you're going to pay these bills anyway. Let's move forward. Okay. All people have the same basic desires. People have dreams, goals, aspirations, desires. People want more. They want to go to another level. Most people, who wouldn't want to live in a nice home? All right. Come home from a long day and you come to a nice home. Get in one of those showers where the overhead shower is big, almost bigger than your head, right? So who wouldn't want to come home and get into a comfortable environment? Most people want a nice, decent vehicle. Most people want to take vacations. Most people want money in the bank. See, these are things that most people have the same basic desires, so you guys know. And when you're telling your story and you're telling a little bit about your life and what's going on with you, you're helping people dream again. You're helping people see the possibilities again, so you guys know. Most people have, or all people have the same basic needs. You know, people want their needs met. See, everybody got a sign in their chest, and the sign says, make me feel good. See, it doesn't matter. Yes, we're leaders on this phone, you and I, right? But that doesn't mean that we don't want to be recognized. That doesn't mean that we don't want to feel good. That doesn't mean that we don't want to be respected. So you guys know. So I respect everybody. I respect the leadership, the team. It don't matter who it is, because most people got a sign in their chest, and the sign says, make me feel good. That's most people, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody have the same basic needs. And also people need help. What do I mean need help? Some people need help. They want to read a book. They want to get better. But you got to now direct them. See, all I am, guys, I'm actually if you was coming to a museum, I will be your tour guide. That's all I am. I'm a tour guide through this opportunity. That's what I am. So people need help. They want to know how to get better. Get better. Click on YouTube, press play on this book. We're going to read the book of the month. Now, listen, it's up to them if they want to read it or not. My job is to put them in a better position so they can help themselves, because most people want help and most people need help. Some people don't want to admit to it, but they do on all levels in their life. So that's why it's important that when you're speaking as a leader, you speak thorough, you be authentic, you be real, and you speak with passion. And when you speak with conviction, because people follow strength. You think about Jesus Christ. I could imagine, sometimes I call him Jay, but I could imagine Jesus was coming through the trenches. And the Bible said he was knocking on people's doors and he would actually expose them to the gospel. If they didn't want to hear what he had to say, he would dust his feet and go to the next house. But he was like, you follow me. You follow me. He had people drop their entire life to follow him. Now, you got to have swagger to do that. You got to have swagger to do that. See, I'm telling you, once people start following you, They need help. So you just see, it's an old story. You can bring someone to the dance, but can you dance with them on the dance floor? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, most people need help. You guys with me? They need help. All right? Let's talk about what's next. Enrolling new IBOs. There's 3 questions. So when you're done with a presentation, you know, I did a training last night with the leadership, and I told them that, you know, there's 4 bases in baseball. And some people, they flirt around with base number 1, and base number 1 is not gonna get you anything. You said base 1. You got to leave base 1 alone. You got to learn how to live in base number 3. Third base, because third base brings you home. So you got to learn how to live in base number 3. Third base. So there's 3 closing questions when you're enrolling a new business partner. Number 1, you want to say, what did you like about what you heard? So you're listening to what they say they like. We don't want to know what their opinions are. We don't want to know what their concerns are. We want to know, what did you like? So when they say, I like the residual income, I like the services, I like the speaker, so whatever they say, you say, you know what, that sounds awesome. That's what I like too. So you agree with them, never not agree with them, agree with them. If they say they like the residual income, don't you say, well, what about the bonuses? Don't do that. Whatever they say, you agree with them because you want to enroll them into the business. Number 2, do you see an opportunity for yourself? Guys, this is third base questions. Third base, first base, second base, you should live in third base. Live in third base. Live in third base. I was on the phone late last night, one of our leaders getting some people registered, promoting the convention, so you guys know. And he was on the phone with me. He was like, man, doctor, I wish you was with me every day. I just passed you the phone. I said, well, you know, you can press play on my chest. Mr. Thomas called me, play. He called me again, play. Right? It's like a recording coming out my mouth. All the stuff is inside of me. All right. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? All right. So if the person says yes, this is what you say. Number 3, can you get started right now? I'm gonna say it again. Can you get started right now? So you got to go from third base to home plate. Third base. See, there's no money made on first and second. You got to live in third so you can bring them home so you can so you can score. There's no points on the board. There's no points in the system if nobody's not scoring. So you got to bring them home. And bringing them home is there's points going in, services going in, promotions happen. So you guys know, can you get started right now? So I can show you how to start making money. You guys see that? Can you get started right now so I can show you how to start making money? I want you guys to listen real closely. When you speak in your business, your words out your mouth should always be directed and moving forward. Moving forward. Every time you speak, your words should be moving forward. You should not be stagnant. It should be moving forward. Moving forward. Every word, every sentence you say about your company, about your business, you should be moving forward. I told the leadership team last night, I said, which one sound better, organization or team? See, it's your words and what you say. See, I'm building an organization. You're building an organization. You're not building a group. It's okay to say team, but out your mouth, you gotta talk with your language moving forward. So you guys know, can you get started right now moving forward? So I can show you how to start making money, right? Moving forward. Next slide. Here we go. Hold a second. Oh, there's some good stuff right here, guys. I'm jacked up on my mind. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about all the excuses that you're going to hear, all right, or the objections or the excuses that you're going to hear when you actually are enrolling people in the business. You call someone on the phone. What did you like about the information? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? And here we go. Some people's going to say, I don't have enough time. You know, my schedule is very busy. I got a lot going on. I don't know if I can do this now. I put this in my schedule. Here's what you're going to say down at the bottom. Remember, the first excuse is never the real excuse. Here's what you're going to say. Remember, feel, felt, found. Here's what you're going to say. You know, so I understand. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But this is what I found out. When Dr. Hurd got involved in this company, he was working 3 jobs, 92 hours a week. He had 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job. And he was able to do this business in the cracks of his schedule and become successful in this company. Now he's one of the vice presidents in the company. If he can do this business, you can do this business. See, I just told a story. I just told my story, but I'm telling a story so you guys know. Then you have the 100% excuse. Well, you know, when I do something, I need to do it 100%. See, if I can't give it my all, so you want to say, listen, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found out. You know, Mr. Al Thomas was very successful prior getting involved with this company, all right? And what he did was he got involved with the company and his time was limited. So what he did was that when he worked the business 3 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, whatever hours he put in, he gave it 100%. So all you got to do, so-and-so, is just give it 100% of your time when you're working your business, whether that's 1 hour a day or 10 hours a week, is your decision. All right. The spouse excuse. Here's what you want to say. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found out. Hey, listen, so-and-so, I understand you got a spouse, and I understand that as a having a spouse, you guys got to make decisions together, and everybody got to be on the same page with that. But let me ask you a question right now. Let's say I'm talking to a man. Let me ask you a question right now. If a robber walked in the house right now, and you heard the robber, do you think you got to ask your wife to go protect your family? And I just want to have a real conversation with you, Jack. I don't want to step on your toes because I think you're a very sharp gentleman. See, I made him feel good. See, I made him feel good because I'm about to say something that's going to make him think a little bit. Hey, Jack, listen, I understand, man. But I want to tell you right now is that as the man of the house, sometimes we have to make decisions that it may not be the popular decision at that time. But this is something going to be beneficial for your family for the future. Step out on faith. So you know it's $300. Let's get involved in the company. So you know your wife is not going to be upset with you because you made a decision to bring more money into the household. All right. Then you're gonna have someone say the money excuse. I don't have the money. I can't find it or whatever. And this is what you want to say. Listen, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found out. You know, I know a gentleman that got involved with this company years ago, and he didn't have the money, so he sold his furnace. He sold his furnace to join the business, and he became very successful to the company. All right. Now, if you don't have, and don't take this personally, so-and-so, how long you been working? 30 years, Sally? Well, Sally, listen, if you've been working for 30 years and you haven't saved up $300 in 30 years, Sally, no offense, but what you are doing is not working. However, I want to show you how you can position yourself with this $300. We can position you as time moves forward, where you can make $300 a day or $300 a week extra addition to what you're making. But we got to get you in the system. If you got to borrow the money, hey, call 3 people and borrow $100 from 3 people. Hey, right, call 6 people and borrow $50. Whatever you need to do, let's get you in the company and let's make this happen. But don't let money keep you away from the value. Don't let money keep you away from the worth, because you're going to spend $300 anyway. My God, a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers cost $300. All right. The research excuse. Here's what you're going to say. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found out. You know, unless you got a lawyer with that type of credibility or that type of access to deep research. Listen, I'm going to give you my website. That's some great research on the website. The website is loaded. It tells you where we came from, who we are. It tells you who the co-founders are. Also, what I would love to do, I would love to get you on one of my Zoom calls where we're going to break down our company from A to Z. I would love for you to come to our Super Saturday training because we're going to break down the compensation plan. So you're going to get all the research by you taking advantage of the training system. Everything you need to know is right there for you. And once again, but you got to take advantage of it. And then along the way, if you make a decision to join the team, all right, along the way, you're going to learn more as you start to build the business. So understanding that you're going to get all the research you need, and we're going to give you that information so you guys know. Because what kind of person is this person saying they want research? They need to do some research. This is an urchin. So with urchin, give them the information so you guys know. All right, and that's where your patience got to come in as a leader. The next thing, the not for me excuse. All right. You know, and when people say it's not for me, most times they don't have the money. And as a full grown man or woman, they don't want to, they're embarrassed and they don't want to tell you they don't have the money. So they come up with the not for me excuse. And here's what you want to say. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. And this is what I found out. All right. I understand you're saying that. But what I do know is that because of all the services that we provide, from the gas service, light service, internet service, TV service, everything we provide, you're going to pay these bills for the rest of your life. So I don't mean no harm, but what is not for you if you're already involved in the industry? Now, and it's also, I don't know if this is the facts. I have no idea. I don't know if it's your time or you don't have the money, whatever it may be. But this is what I love to do. I would love for you to get involved and come around our system. Just come around, plug into the Zooms, come to our training, and that'll let me know if you are serious about even actually getting more information. But at the same exact time, once you get around our team, get around our environment, you know what? Come with us to the convention. Let me tell you about the convention. Then I will promote the convention because I've done it. I got a young lady, like I said, that hit it in 85 days. All right, so you guys know, she came with us to the convention when we was in Cleveland, Ohio. She came as a guest, so you guys know, just hanging out. So once again, just come on to our environment, get around our environment, come be my guest, be my special guest. And once the weekend is over with, once the event is over with, once the Saturday event is over, once the Zoom is over, all right, if it's not for you, I understand, but at least get all the information, all right? And after that, then you make a decision. Because this is what I do know. When we get them in our environment, you already know it's a done deal. So you guys know. The next one, how do you do excuse? All right, listen, so-and-so, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found out. You don't have to try to figure everything out in this one day. So we're going to show you, teach you, train you, word for word, step by step on how to be successful. Now, if you're a fast learner, you're going to learn this fast. If you're a slow learner, you're going to learn it slow. It doesn't matter how fast and slow you go. You don't have to know everything. That's what I'm here for. That's what Mr. Thomas is here for. That's what the leadership team is here for, that support you every step of the way. And we're going to walk with you, just like if you was a little infant baby, we're going to walk with you. Don't worry about trying to figure it out. Let us help you figure all this out. Let's get in the system and get this going. All right. The bother people excuse. Listen, so I know how you feel. I felt the same way. And this is what I found out. You know, today is 2025. If you walk into a store today and buy something and they ask for your email address, they're about to start bothering you. If you actually had a red light today because of all the traffic, everything's going on, just being on the road, you'll be bothered today. Because we live in a technology society today, everything we do, email, texting, social media, everything that's going on, you're being bombarded with commercials and things being to your phone. Everybody's bothering everybody. The difference now is that you got to understand that everybody needs this opportunity on some type of level. So look at it this way. You're not bothering nobody. You're giving out information. You're just giving information. Don't look at it. Listen, if we don't put the information out there, how's people going to know? Don't you? You told me you want to be a blessing to people. Well, look at it this way. You're not bothering, you're giving information. All right. You're just spreading the wealth. And once again, when that company sends you that email, you go to a Best Buy and they send you an email back because they ask you for your email, right? Now they start to send you all kinds of things. It doesn't matter whether you buy or not. Their job is to give you the information. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So I know how you feel. I felt the same way. And this is what I found out. Always tell a story and say, hey, can we go on and get you in the system and get you going? Once they actually, you see that they're leaning towards 80% of a red apple, so you guys know. All right. Last slide, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I know that every single last one of you are a leader and a business partner of ACN. I know that. But I want you to understand that every time Mr. Al Thomas starts a new leg, he has to keep in mind new leg, fresh enemy, let's say fresh meat, new people, new opportunity. It's a new situation. No matter how much he has built over the last 30 plus years, it's totally irrelevant. He knows that this new leg is fresh and new. So the way you stay fresh, the way you stay new, listen, guys, the way you, I got to show you this. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to show you this. I stay in phase one. I'm always going to some type of event. I met this young lady right here at a recruiting event. So you guys know. Yeah, I was there recruiting people, right? And I met this young lady. She came out to our event a couple of weeks ago. She's been on our Zoom call, so you guys know. I sat with her yesterday, went over the compensation plan. She's so excited. She went and told her boss. I didn't know the boss was the owner of the company. I'll be sitting with them next week with the owner of the company. She's coming with us to Dallas. I rest my case. I'm always starting new. I'm always starting new. So even as leaders, we can't go, oh, I've been there and done that. No, you got to keep this in mind. See, guys, to stay fresh, you got to stay fresh. So whether you're restarting your business, relaunching your business, you got to stay fresh. So how do you stay fresh? This slide is to help new people, but it's also to help you. You got to make a decision. At every level, guys, there's a fresh start. So you got to make a decision. What is the decision? You got to make a decision. What is the decision you got to make? That you're going to take this serious? You know, it costs $299 to build, to get involved in the company, $25 a month. But in reality, if you've been involved in the company 2, 3, 4, 5 years or more, you've spent thousands of dollars to go to the convention to build your business. So you have an organization, you have a business, and your business is actually in partnership with $3 trillion industries, three of them. $3 trillion industries where you're involved with, and you're going to get a piece of the pie of $1 trillion industries. So you guys know, as a leader, you need to understand when you made a decision to run your company, to make it happen, you don't work for Mr. Thomas, you don't work for Ron Hurd. This is your company. Within the company, you've actually partnered up. It's like you own a franchise, so you guys know. So you have to make a decision that you're going to take it serious. You're going to go to the top. You're going to do something special. So you guys know you got to make that decision. The next thing is that at every level, there's a learning curve. At every level, you're gonna, at the new level, new executive, new level, people's gonna stand you up and you're gonna go, why? I thought I'm doing the right things. You're gonna go through that phase of, man, why is people standing me up, or why are people not doing this? And you're gonna think something's wrong with you. You're going through a learning curve. It's a phase, so you guys know, right? When you get to regional vice president, you're gonna say, my God, I helped this person get to regional director. Why are they moving like a turtle? They hit the position, and the next day they become a turtle. For the last year, the last 2 years, the last 6 months, they've been a rabbit. And then the day they hit the position, the next day they become a turtle. Why is this happening? It's a learning curve. You got to understand that they was already a turtle. They was disguising themselves as a rabbit. And now they hit a certain position and they think they got it going on. And what you got to do is understanding that they got to hit their learning curve as well. Everybody got to go through the learning curve. So as a leader, you're going to go through the learning curve. And the next one, emotional roller coaster. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to go through the emotional roller coaster at every level. Why does people do what they do? I do not know why. But this is what I do know. We're in the business with people. People can either take you to ruin or take you to success, all right, in business. What you got to do as a leader, you have to learn how to become even keel. If they come, great. If they quit, great. If they make a decision to do something different, great. If they become a customer, great. If they show, great. If they don't show, great. So you got to have that great mentality. But this takes time to get to this point. It's called the emotional roller coaster. Life is going to show up. Things are going to happen. Great. That's what you got to think. Great. It's going to happen. It's a part of it. It's supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But as a leader, you got to know when people are going to, because you don't have people on your team going through the emotional roller coaster, hear them out, say, I understand, but always say, listen, I understand. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But this is what I found out. And you tell them how you went through the same thing they went through and how you got through it. That's why you got to go through the emotional roller coaster. You got to go through all the no's and the ups and downs, people quitting, people get the 1,000 customers in their team and you can't find them no more. You got to go through every aspect of the business so you can show other people how to go through it. Next one, develop the right mental attitude. How do you do this? Constantly read. I read all the time. Constantly read, listen, read, develop. You got to keep developing. Just like you got to go to the gym and pump the iron. If you want to lift, if you want to build up your muscle, you got to build up your brain muscle. How do you do this? What you put in. But see, the most important thing people are afraid of is what you put out. So you got to build, you got to put things in, but you also got to know how to delete. I call it brain dumping. You got to know how to delete things that's in your mind that don't supposed to be there. You have to develop the right mental attitude. How do you do this? Always say phenomenal. Always say excited. How's everything going? Phenomenal. How's everything with you? I'm excited. You got to always be moving that way. Remember, out your mouth comes the direction of where you're going. Out your mouth, ladies and gentlemen. I tell the team all the time, this is what I'm getting ready to do. I speak it out in the atmosphere. I'm always talking big, always talking, it's called the big boss talk. I'm always talking big. Always talking about this is what we're getting ready to do. This was getting ready to happen. People look at me like I'm crazy, but when it started to happen, you said it. See, here's the deal, guys. Stop letting other people get this money and you don't get yours. You better get your money and stop playing, letting other people get the money. You better get your money. Speak this stuff into existence. Hey, I'm about to become a regional vice president in 2025. I know I'm an executive. I know I'm regional coordinator, all right? But I'm about to go regional vice president in 2025. I'm going to produce 5 regional directors this year. You say the stuff out your mouth, and then you start to read and work. You read and work, and you're going to read something. And you're gonna read something that's gonna change something in your thought pattern, change something in your mind. So you're gonna be like, this is unbelievable. I'm on my way to the top, baby. I'm about to do something special. Here we go, here we go, here we go again. It's unbelievable when you think about your mindset. Your mindset is the most powerful thing that you have. You got to now put it in your mindset and let it come out your mouth. Next thing is some will, some won't. So what next? Some will, some won't, some wait. So what next? You got to keep moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. Be the leader that you want to recruit. Have long-term thinking. This is not a get-rich scheme overnight. This is a business. And I tell the team all the time, you better get yours. Stop clapping for everybody else. If you're going to be in this business long term, if you're going to treat this like a business, because that's what it is, if you're going to build an organization, you got to understand you want a productive organization. So you guys know. Do you guys know right now that the Hurd of Us organization has been in ACN 30 years out of the 32, and we have been relevant for 30 years. Relevant. Whether we're being recognized for pre-registration, recognized for top production, I don't care what's going on, we have been relevant. What does that mean? We have had the long-term thinking. We have stayed in the front, stayed in the front, stay in the front. I mean, I go to the convention, Mr. Thomas, with 3 people with me, baby. I mean, one time, I want you guys to listen real closely. There's a gentleman in ACN who's one of the top, I'm not saying no names, one of the top senior vice presidents. He got involved with ACN. When he joined ACN, we was in arenas. When he joined ACN, today he's a senior vice president. He joined and one of the top people. He joined ACN. When he joined ACN, when he came to a convention and walked in a convention, the Hurd of Us was 3,000 strong. We used to sit right over to the right-hand side, and you saw a sea of royal blue and black. We was 3,000 strong, so you guys know. And I wasn't even a regional vice president with 3,000 strong at convention. We've always stayed relevant. It doesn't matter what's going on. Have long-term thinking. See, your time is going to come. You may be going through some things right now personally or in your business, and you're saying, man, when is my turn? When is it going to be my turn? I'm telling you right now, it's going to be your turn. And when your turn comes, you better prepare yourself for the momentum. You got to prepare for the explosion, because when the explosion happens, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot stop it. The only person can stop it is you, but you got to prepare for it. This is why this is so important. You got to prepare your mind. That's why I go to the gym. I stay ready. I go to the gym. I'm going to the gym in a little bit. I stay in the gym. I stay in the gym. I got to stay ready, because when these young tigers show up, when these young lions show up, when the people show up, they got people everywhere. I got to be ready. I got to have long-term longevity in my body. I got to be able to stand tall and stand strong. I got to be able to talk with conviction. This comes from working out. This comes from understanding. It's not a get-rich scheme overnight. I'm building a life. So you can either live a life or build your life. Let's say design your life. And it comes along with everything. Health, wealth, all right? Your spiritual. You got to build your entire being has to be strong. That's how you stay around long term. And the reason why I'm more excited today, because tomorrow is gone, baby. The reason why I'm more excited today, next week is coming. The reason why I'm so excited, next month is coming, next year is coming. And God willing, if I'm going to be here, my God, I'm getting mine. You take that one to the bank. Never quit. Your attitude should be, listen, I'm getting mine. When the wheels fall off, I'm getting mine. When the car don't want to stop, I'm getting mine. It does. Look, I tell people all the time. I say this all the time. As I'm building my business, so you guys know, and something happened to me, and I can't walk no more, I'll crawl on my lips. Oh, baby, I'm not stopping. Never quit, ladies and gentlemen. You should have an attitude by saying that quit is not even in the word quit is not even in the vocabulary to me. It's not even in the dictionary to me. I'm making it happen, no questions asked. So listen, guys, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be on the call today. Mr. Thomas, truly appreciate you. The call is back over to you. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you.